Hello, and welcome back to Pokémon Y. And in this part, we're going to go through the Santalune Forest, which may be a little bit familiar.
I think you've gotten the name wrong.
what might I have meant to say?
I think what you mean to say is Viridian Forest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they'll have completely recycled the layout entirely or anything, would they? They wouldn't have done something as unoriginal as that.
It may be unoriginal, but I'm happy regardless, just to see it in 3D.
I am interested about the probability of there being two forests in the world that look identical.
Yeah.
But yes, this forest does have its own unique encounters though, thankfully, because we do get some other Pokemon that we didn't see in Viridian, like we've got the elemental monkeys here.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch one of them through this run, to my recollection, or maybe two. But the ones that we catch on screen, I'm going to trade out pretty quickly for a different one. Because there is a gym coming up that we'll need like a certain kind of Pokemon for.
And honestly, the monkeys aren't that impressive.
They're really not, no.
No,
There's three of them, isn't there?
yeah.
Yes.
So they're introduced in black and white, and you get one that corresponds with the starter that you pick. It's weaker to the type of it. So, say you picked Snivy, you'd end up with Pampor.
In Black and White, I think they're also the main Pokemon of the first gym, aren't they? Like, because they've got the three gym leaders that like they rotate depending on which starter you picked. Was it?
Yes.
You got Silent, who would show up in the anime. I can't remember what the other two fuckers are called. Watch this. Like, I'm sorry. She just runs into the thing. Here, I found something on the floor. You can have it. Thanks, Shauna. I love that. I appreciate that.
I really do believe she was a shut-in.
She must be, like...
What's this? It's a bit of dirt. Wow!
Holy fuck, a rock!
This rock has arms on it! Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah. Also, watch out, it's about to use Rock Throw. But yes, it can't be a forest without a good old fucking Cappy.
Yes. Lest we forget.
I think there are Weedles around here as well. And I can't remember if there's Pikachus here, there might be. There are, because that was like one of the main distinctive parts of Viridian, wasn't it? That you could catch a Pikachu there.
Yeah. And they were really difficult to find.
Yeah, I think they're fairly rare here. I will end up with a Pikachu on my team later on. I can't remember if it's from here or not. But, you know, like, Pikachu is actually a very useful Pokemon to have around. Like, as an electric type, it does its job really well. And, you know, Raichu, I like Raichu as a Pokemon as well. More so the original one than the Alolan one.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't hate Alolan Raichu. I think it's decent enough. Plus, you got the Psychic typing with it, which makes it very unique. So, plus, it gets its own Z move.
Yeah, what's it called?
Stoked Spark Surfer, I think.
Yeah, remember the animation of it? It looks like it's surfing on its tail.
Yeah.
It
flies off into the clouds and then it plummets down onto the enemy. Yeah. However, Snorlax has the best Z move.
Which is?
The trainer stands on top of Snorlax while it's lying down, does the Z move pose, then Snorlax opens its eyes, glowing red and yellow with a burning fury, runs towards the enemy, jumps, and plunges onto them like a comet.
Amazing. But I think my favourite one that I have seen, what's that one where it's just like the animation is the Pokemon just darts forward like an extreme speed sort of thing?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that Z move, but it is the normal type Z move.
Yes. Now imagine Slowpoke using that.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
And then there's the fact that their animation doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's just their idle animation, so it just looks like it's sliding along the floor at an extreme rate.
I just love seeing Slowpoke dart forward, just pelting forward. It's great.
And here's technically the Caterpie of X and Y, Scatterbug.
Yeah. No, I prefer the Scuttlebug, you know. Yeah, you just bait it into this certain room and... I think that video is like nearly 3 years old now. I'm showing off the Pokédexes where I encounter them. I'm sure you care immensely of what this fucking bug thing can do.
Overall, I don't mind Scatterbug's design, but I'm not impressed by it. It's just par for the course.
I forget, is that the one that evolves into the, like, demon butterfly thing?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. What was their gimmick? I think, depending on where in the world you are, they've got a different, like, wing design.
They have a different pattern.
That's cool. Oh, here's Pikachu. Yes. I think I'm going to try and get him. Actually, no, I don't think it was this one. I think the one that I'll get is actually a female one. I'll just notice the tail.
Yeah, plus this one's trainers.
Oh.
So...
I don't have my snag machine, though.
If you capture it here, it's rather illegal, so...
Fuck the police!
It really bothers me about Chespin's design that it's got that brown patch on the left side. It's so asymmetrical.
Yeah, well, it's not here to live up to your unrealistic beauty standards, okay? Just saying.
Just so irritating. None of the preceding evolutions have that, so...
He's just unique. What's wrong with that? Having a bit of character to him.
It doesn't add character, it's just irritating.
To you, maybe. Wait, you're the one who likes fucking Gen 4, where a lot of the designs are just put fucking random ass details on wherever the fuck.
At least they're symmetrical.
You and your shit fucking taste. But Shauna, for all we take the piss out of her, she is useful in this forest here because she heals up your Pokemon whenever you talk to her, which is quite useful. Although she doesn't shut the fuck up as you're walking around, so the text boxes just keep on flashing up.
Yeah, but at least you don't hear her voice, it's just an irritating blob on the screen.
That's the point though, could you imagine if this had voice acting?
Oh no.
Hey, do you want to heal your Pokemon?
Do you want to know how to capture a Pokemon? No. Oh, you're new to town, so I think we should do that. No! Well, first, you battle the Pokemon.
Like, trust me, I'm trying to get some use out of this Pidgey, but I'll send it out and it gets fucking poisoned.
Oh, God.
That is a benefit here, though, in that poison doesn't affect Pokemon outside the battle anymore.
I honestly miss that.
I don't, because I find it's just an annoyance. Like, I guess that is kind of the point of it, but, like, I'd rather not be annoyed.
It just feels weird not having it there, plus I feel like it kind of adds a bit more urgency to the battles than that.
I don't know.
I find it difficult to describe. I just like the fact that even if it makes you want to carry around the antidotes to make sure you don't go through the pain of walking around with a Pokemon that's gradually dying.
So what Stephen is getting at is he likes it when the innocent little bird is poisoned and he likes it suffering.
I'm not saying...
Why do you hate the bird, Stephen? What did Pidgey ever do to you?
I'm saying it makes you want to care about them more. It makes you want to actually heal them rather than just leave them damaged all the time.
So is this leading up to the religious, like, you know, teaching that we suffer to learn to...
Okay, look, I am not explaining the way I feel properly. I'm just going to go with I preferred it when the poison did damage outside of it.
Stephen likes it when animals die.
You're an arsehole.
You're not proving me wrong here. But I will say with a sort of, like, maybe late afternoon kind of look going on in the sky right now, you won't see much daylight in this playthrough, because most of the time when I get the urge to record games, it's at like 12. So like, you know, we'll see a lot of like the dark skies of Kalos throughout this playthrough.
What gen did they get? It shakes when you're poisoned, doesn't it? This screen.
It used to.
Well, yeah. When did they get rid of that?
I think that was Gen 5, honestly.
Probably.
I think it was.
Because that was annoying.
Yeah, after a while they just sort of kept the noise in.
Mm.
And that was it.
Yeah, because like, it used to be that really irritating pixelization effects that just completely threw you off course, and it's like, fuck. Like, my Pokemon's dying. Fuck it. But here we get our adventure rulebook that, like, of these notes that Calem's wrote down for us, with useful things like, here's how you open the menu, here's how you save, here's how to catch a Pokemon that I literally taught you already. But this is a key item, so if, you know, you get like 12 hours into the game and you think, I want to check the adventure rules, you can have all this useful advice to teach you what to do. What it reminds me of is, in Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, about 4 hours into the game, there is a mission that is specifically exists to teach you how to use the light dash.
Right.
Yeah, because you know that light dash that you use through the whole game up to that point. Yeah, very useful.
And as per usual with Pokemon, you have to annihilate children's animals.
Yes.
At the beginning.
Like, we've had more powerful Pokemon in Santalune Forest. Why are we now back down to fucking level 2? Just a thought. But Azuriel, I believe this line has had a typing change.
It has.
And this is a good time to bring up the new type in Pokemon X and Y.
Well, then again, they do bring it up a bit later on when they officially announce it.
Yeah, but, ladies and gentlemen, we are now up to how many types is it? I think it's 18.
I think it's 18.
Yeah, with the introduction of this game's fairy type. Yes. There is actually a fairy type. Not a light type, not an angelic type, or something at least a little bit manly. Nope. It's fairy type, its icon is pink, and it's fabulous. But it also kills the fuck out of dragons, so can you really kind of judge too much?
Dragons live in terror of these things now. Ever since in Gen 5, they became OP as hell.
Yes. Well, it was around that time where Dragon wasn't really this special type anymore, because they started just slapping Dragon type on, like, fucking everything. And that does continue, but, like, you know, it got to a point where there were so many of them, and when there's powerful shit, like, what's it, fucking, like, Garchomp and shit,
Yep.
You know, you kind of need a bit of a nerf for that.
In general, Dragon type doesn't always pertain to it actually being a dragon as such anymore, and is more used more to define something mythical.
Sort of, yeah. Or Ampharos.
Yeah.
The legendary mythical Ampharos.
We'll get that later when something else pops up that's brand new in this. So.
Well, yes, but we get tipped off about Viola, the gym leader of the next place we're going to, who will actually be fighting in the next part.
The fairy type's pretty interesting with how it was introduced, considering, yes, it is specifically brought in to deal with dragons, being that it is super effective against dragon types and it is immune to dragon types. So, in previous games, you could stack up like Dragon Dance or Swords Dance and then just use Outrage, being one of the strongest physical attack moves for dragons, and it would wreck anything in its path almost, unless you happen to be a Steel type. But even that wouldn't always be a safe bet. So now instead you can just switch in your fairy type and it will do nothing.
Yep, so now your Cleffa can murder the fuck out of Rayquaza.
It's true! Although, to be fair, Clefable is pretty lethal now.
What, has that been, like, buffed up?
It has. Being that it's fairy type, it's got Calm Mind, so it can stack its special attack and special defense. And it's got an ability which renders being poisoned or burned useless, as it doesn't lose any health. I think it's called Magic Guard.
Yeah, so basically you can like spam up your Calm Mind, then Dazzling Gleam down a fucking Rayquaza and it's dead.
Yes, and I think it can learn Moonlight, so it can recover health.
So it's a healer as well.
So what you need is a physical steel type or poison type to take this thing down. And I can't remember if it knows Cosmic Power, which is a psychic move that increases its damage depending on how many stat boosts you have. So you get like doubled your special attack and special defense. You'll have this move that's now 4 times stronger potentially.
Just kill everything.
With the added bonus of the stat boost themselves.
Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next part where we'll be going towards the first gym of the game. So we'll see you then.